I want to start out by saying that I did my research initially, trying to find out what is the most efficient way of planning work. And the Agile methodology kept coming up that's used in especially the software development industry. But there's a nuance is a lot of our work is recurring. So there's like recurring tasks that you have to do on a monthly basis. But then there's also this aspect of non-recurring work, little projects, things that you have to action on a per client basis. And what I decided to do is take elements from the Agile methodology and apply that into finance, and then we developed the Fiskal Finance Cycle out of it.
That's interesting. So what does that involve?
100%. So what it involves is how Agile essentially works is working in sprints. So whenever whatever cadence you decide on, weekly or bi-weekly is the most popular. You basically you put forward what your work log is, what's all the work items that needs to get done, and then there's a team member's responsibility to ensure to look at priorities for the team for the sprint cycle and assigning priorities, and then team members put up their hands to say which part of the work items or the work log they will do, and then you basically have a review at the end of the cycle to say what was done, what wasn't done, and daily stand-ups in between the cycle to say I'm busy with this work item but I've hit a roadblock, I need this help or something needs to happen on this side. So essentially what we did is we used the elements from Agile, completing our work logs, but our work logs are now full of recurring line items and project line items. So ad hoc requests from customers that come through, and then we assign it into our cycle, and the team then puts up their hand and decides to make sure that all the work items that we've allocated for the cycle gets done. So certain work items are automatically assigned to team members, so they don't necessarily have to put up their hand to say they'll complete this work item in this cycle. But especially for the ad hoc, if new things come through, or if they're struggling, like we can see capacity is going to be an issue in the next finance cycle. Other team members can jump in and assist.
It seems to me like a very good framework to use because of the accountability it also grants to people that are part of the process.
Yeah, 100%. So teams, especially in finance, when I started the business initially, I assigned accountability customers to account managers.
Yes.
And essentially the account manager was responsible for all work items, and they worked with a resource pool of other resources that's available. So you had this extremely complex matrix of teams that are working together on a lot of different clients, and then only the account managers being responsible for ad hoc and recurring projects on a customer. And then you've got conflicting priorities that run across, if there's, from a resource point of view, the team members complained that they didn't know who their boss was, because now they're working on 3 different customers, there's 3 different account managers, all 3 of them think their work is the most important thing that needs to happen.
Of course.
So they complained that was an issue that we experienced, is saying that there's conflicting priorities. So the first thing is we establish teams then, and say, okay, there's one team lead that is responsible for allocating the work log to the team members that they have. And then the second thing we did is we added a customer success manager, which is also something we took from the software development industry. They call them product managers in the software world. And essentially they then decide what the priorities is for the team.